Thank you. Aha! Let's see what the future holds. His Royal Highness Tjokorda Raka Kerthyasa would like to invite you to his palace in Ubud in Bali. The prince invites you to prepare his family's favorite duck dish, bebek betutu. I know the duck dish a little bit, but you never know what these traditional kitchens look like. So that could be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm looking forward to this. I mean, come on, it's in Bali. So with a bit of luck, I might even get an afternoon on the beach. Now that would be good, wouldn't it? I am Christian Bauer, Executive Chef and co-owner at Troika Sky Dining, one of Malaysia's most innovative fine dining restaurants. I wanted to have some fun with my European heritage and my love of world cuisine, so I came up with the idea of taking over the kitchens of royal families and reinventing traditional palace dining. My style of cooking is modern, but it always has a definite twist. Who doesn't love a challenge? Join me as I put my culinary skills to the test. I have landed in Bali and I'm heading north to Ubud to meet and cook for the royal family. This is a wonderful opportunity for me to learn about their legacy and history, and to infuse my skills with Bali's rich cooking traditions. You arrive and the smells and the sounds of the island are all around you and you can feel yourself relaxing. It's really amazing. Hidden up in the hills, away from the beaches, the town of Ubud is surrounded by small villages and rice fields. 100 years ago, the ruler of Ubud was one of the most powerful people on the island. The current head of the family is Prince or Tjokorda Raka Kerthyasa, the son of the last king of Ubud. The royal family can trace their lineage back to over 700 years. And the prince still remains the guardian of ancient Balinese traditions. The prince is ready to see me, and I've put on my traditional chef whites, especially for the occasion. What are your responsibilities as a prince of Ubud?
Preserve the culture by not just acting it, but also we involved in the activities and responsible to find some solution and also innovation.
And why is it so important to preserve Ubud's culture?
Preserve the culture, I think not just in Ubud, I think in general it's very important because the past has always give you some inspiration and also educated you to learn for a better life in the future. Yeah.
But in an age of international globalization, are royal traditions actually still relevant?
As far as the royal commitment still preserve their culture by the energy, by financially, by education. And we hope that Balinese can still keep the system that we've been descended as a part of our philosophy in our life, which is called Trihita Karana. So we can be harmonized, live between human to human, between human to their God, human to the nature and the environment.
How important is food as part of the Balinese culture?
They have a very simple daily food, yeah. It's more, in the past, it's more vegetarian, a little bit of egg, fish, and also chicken.
The Prince of Ubud has invited me to cook the classic Balinese bebek betutu, a duck stuffed with spices, onions, and garlic, wrapped in banana leaves, and cooked very slowly in the embers of smoldering rice husks. The bebek betutu, what role does it play in your family tradition?
The bebek is considered as a holy food, yeah. It's different than the chicken because a high priest don't eat chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a goose, they can divide it, the good and the bad when they eat, not just eat the mud and everything. That's why the smoked duck is special cooking with special spicy. And they cook it very slow, actually. by the heat of the firewood, and sometimes take 12 hours. Good luck with your experience.
I'll need it. The Ubud royal family can really rewrite the book on unconventional marriages. In a whirlwind romance, Prince Raka fell head over heels in love with Australian Jane Gillespie, a preschool teacher from Sydney who was vacationing in Bali with her mother. In 1978, the prince married Jane in a lavish royal wedding, and Jane became Princess Asri, and also a Hindu. The couple's youngest son, Tjokorda Bakus Dwi Santana Kerthyasa, better known as Chokkus, has his own fairy tale love story. In 2010, he married Happy Salma, a prominent Javanese actress, in a regal ceremony at the Royal Palace in Ubud. Chokkus grew up near Sydney and is an avid surfer and photographer. He has kindly offered to show me the grounds of the Royal Palace. Hello.
Good to see you. Welcome to the palace.
Thank you. That looks like an interesting sculpture.
Yeah.
Something between a pig and a dragon.
Yeah, we have lots of different dragon depictions in Bali. So this is the family temple. So this is mainly just living area where the family has their separate rooms. Most of them are just some bedrooms up here.
The Puri Saran Agong Palace is a beautifully preserved example of Balinese architecture. It has a lush tropical palace garden, but for me, there's really one area I can't wait to see.
So this is the kitchen. What do you think?
Whoa! You weren't kidding when you said it was a bit rustic.
What do you think? Yeah.
Look at that oven.
Well, this is the traditional way we cook in Bali, and this is the only way that my grandma knows how to cook. So this is what you're going to have to try and work with.
I think the challenge has just gone up a couple of notches, or 20.
Well, how about I introduce you to my grandma and we can get from there.
Grandma Nayang is the last of 12 wives of the old king of Ubud. She and her kitchen staff are still using the ancient kitchens to prepare meals on a daily basis.
Okay, kenalin teman.
Yes.
Kamu chef nih. Please have a seat.
Sure.
My grandma's got some special Balinese cakes for you.
Ooh,
They're
what are
very
these?
traditional.
So I'll just grab one.
Have a little try.
Ooh, this is good.
So why don't you just stick around, hang out with my grandma, enjoy the cakes, and check out the kitchen, see what you need and how you're going to work it, and come back down later and
I'll see you later.
see you.
Maybe by just sitting here with Granny, I'll absorb some of her knowledge.
Me know English.
That's okay.
Indonesia.
Me know Indonesia.
The same.
Same, yes. Maybe I should feed you some. Grandma Nayang has been cooking bebek betutu all her life. Does that make me feel under pressure? Maybe just a little. You have to teach me some things. Cheers. I just hope I can find the right duck. From the farm to the table, it doesn't really get much closer than that. Forgive me for eating you. I am here in Ubud, Bali, at the Royal Palace to cook my own version of the family's traditional dish, bebek betutu. This is a slowly cooked duck wrapped in banana leaves, served with rice, snake beans, and a hot sambal. Look at that oven. But having seen their old-style traditional kitchens, I am starting to get a little worried. It's early in the morning and I have come to the bustling Ubud market to look for my ingredients. This old market is a very lively maze of stalls and shops. These are actually very nice. Very good quality. Shallot needs to be firm. not wet. Perfect. For my own version of bebek betutu, I will need to buy roots, shallots, garlic, and lots of spices. This is something that we absolutely need. Turmeric. Let me show you. When you break it open, you see it's all yellow. This will turn the whole dish and your fingers yellow forever. Now I'm not sure whether I'm going to need coriander seeds or coriander powder. So I think better buy both. I think I'm going to be over budget soon. I think I'm being taken to the cleaners in the market. I better find a local to come with me next time. They speak English until I start to bargain, and then it all goes out the door. This market is fantastic. It's absolutely chaos, but the people are very friendly. I got help, and I even managed to bargain a little bit. I've got everything. We're done here. Everything except the duck. To find the duck, I have come to a farm just outside of town. The duck farmer, who I am told is around 80 years old, has been supplying ducks to the royal family all his life. This has been fantastic. What a journey to get a duck. I mean, it beats going to the supermarket any day. It's incredible. And look at the view. And we've got our nice friend here who's going to get us a duck. And I have seen the one I want. Forgive me for eating you. From the farm to the table, it doesn't really get much closer than that. Try to choose one that is nice and plump. It looks very healthy, it's very active, and my friend here tells me this is the one to go for. Yeah. So I trust him. Back at the Royal Palace in Ubud, my duck has been prepped, and now it's time for me to start marinating the meat. I've got my basket right here. All the things that we got from the market. We've got all our roots and we've got our green beans, which we're going to turn into a little salad to go with our duck. We're going to do this duck in a traditional French way. We'll take the Balinese spiced duck and we'll cook it in duck fat, like the French do. Now what we need to do is we need to get our spice and herb mix ready to marinate the duck. To be able to do that, we need a mortar and pestle. I bet you this is 200 years old and very well used. I'm gonna need a lot of things to fill this one. We're gonna chop this up too. We have ginger, turmeric. We have one very special ingredient. You can really only find it in Bali, and that is kencur. It's also a root that gives that very earthy flavor, and then that can go into my tombok as well. It's about time to add the belacan. It looks a little bit like a dried cow pad, but it's actually shrimp paste. This is vital for the flavor. I've got a little bit more pounding to do. This is moving really fast. And we're ready to marinate our duck. So this goes on here. We don't need that much of it. Whoa! You've got the spiciness from the chilies, the garlic, all the roots that we put in there, and that earthiness that we really wanted, it's right in there. This is a tangerine. We call it jaruk, and it's also going to tenderize our duck meat. These ducks are very different from the French duck. These ducks actually run around the rice field all day long. That's why they're a bit skinny, and they're also a bit tough. But the taste is fantastic. So now all I need to do is cover it with duck fat. I'm letting the marinated duck simmer on a low fire for a few hours. And I'm heading to the upmarket seafront town of Seminyak, where Princess Asri, the former Jane Gillespie, has invited me to tea at the restaurant she owns and runs. What a pleasure to meet you, and what a charming restaurant.
Thank you for coming to Bali for the big challenge of doing your interpretation of bebek betutu in our very rustic traditional kitchen.
It is going to be a bit of a challenge. I've read a little bit about your life story. So you come to Bali, you meet a man, you fall in love, and you marry a prince, and suddenly your life changes completely. That surely must have been a challenge too.
It certainly was. My life did a backflip, I guess. It was the opposite to a life that I'd had in Australia, and there was a lot to learn, a lot to be told how to do it, and I'm not very good at being told what to do. So, yeah, it's had its ups and downs, but I think I've found a happy balance now.
So it wasn't all fairy tale then, was it?
Absolutely not. No, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
So how do you see the future for the royal family of Ubud?
Well, you've met my son, Tjokorda, or Max as we often call him, and he's married to an Indonesian woman, Happy, who should be here any moment. And my other son, Chokday, is also involved in the community and in the family, so I'm pretty confident for the future. Today, we happen to have the Keroncong band, which was originally Portuguese, brought to Java, and has sort of gone through a few changes, and now it's here in Bali. And hopefully it's our little contribution to the culture of Indonesia at least. So why don't you stick around and watch it?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Great.
We are soon joined by Tjokorda and his wife and older brother. Tomorrow I will be facing the challenge of cooking in a centuries-old kitchen, and I will have to serve my interpretation of the classic bebek betutu. I am in Ubud, Bali, as a guest of the royal family. Today I will be cooking for the crown, and I am literally playing with fire when it comes to the family's beloved bebek betutu dish. I have marinated the bird in a paste of shallots, garlic, chilies and spices, and the most important, kencur root. The marinated duck has been stewing overnight in its own fat, and now it is time to fry it. Whoa, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to get that off the fire, get the pan on, get it frying, because we're late for lunch. We got to rush. We've got a nice fire going. Now we need the high heat. I need a good amount of oil. We use the same oil because we've got all the flavor in there. That's hot. You know what? I like that oven. I think I could get used to this. Oh yeah. Right, we're done. Whoa. You know, I could get used to this. If you told me this yesterday, I would have told you you're joking. Grandma Nayang, my secret favorite, has offered to help me plate up my version of the bebek betutu. So we're going to start with our beautiful rice here, which is a mix of different grains. We've got the royal rice in there. Another beautiful one for here. And then we need the duck breast. Careful, the knife is very sharp. We even got a little bit of pink left in our duck. And get that. For our last step, vegetable. Here we are, a little bit. And we're ready to roll. Ubud's royal family have arrived and they have taken their seats. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I have changed an ancient Balinese recipe into a modern dish. Will the royal family enjoy my dish and bestow my interpretation of bebek betutu with their seal of approval? Right.
Where's the duck?
No, I'm scared. I've separated the dish into the legs, which I have marinated in the spices and then slow cooked in duck fat, and the breast just a little bit of tangerine and sambal pansir. It should still be pink. Let's hope it's good. I'm nervous.
Look good.
I think it went all right. I looked at the duck, I tried some of the breast. It was juicy, it was a little bit pink. I like the legs, but okay, I see some smiles. Nobody's looking at me, which is a good sign. Let me just go and check. Oh, I need to know what
Enak.
enak. Enak means delicious. I don't know whether she's just being nice to me or whether it's actually delicious.
We would like to congratulate you and
Thank you.
keep on going experimenting the ducks.
Thank you. Oh,
Fantastic.
Thank
we
you.
really enjoyed it.
thank you. That was an incredible experience. And what an amazing family. Sometimes you wonder, how does a royal family manage to stay relevant in this modern day and age? I guess it's all about adapting to the challenges and connecting to the people, no matter what the obstacles are. You know, I think it's all about love, family, and tradition. A bit like food, really. Join me again next week when I travel to visit more of the world's royal families in Cooking for the Crown.